everybody, it's Diana with StampinWithDi.com. Welcome to this week's Whatcha Makin Wednesdays. So if you are here, make sure you say hi. If you are here for the first time, welcome, and please make sure you let me know where you're viewing from. I love seeing where everybody is, and I love our little chats on this side, and because we also, it is so fun to read, just like when I used to do in studio classes. People would get to chatter and then they'd say, oh my gosh, I'm from near that town, or vice versa, because it truly is a small world, and YouTube definitely makes that happen, because I feel like we chat every time I go live. So hi Candy, yes, happy hump day. So I'm gonna do another fun little robot card. I've done the robots for a couple days because it is a cute set, and I want to make sure that you don't miss out on it. And also because I have the extra Carget packets, so I'm just playing with them. I'm gonna use different ribbon on this one than I did originally, because because now I can play a little bit more with it. But let me flip the camera without messing this up. All right, so why I want to be quick, because as soon as Jeff gets here, look what we have to do. We have to, let's see, did it flip? See that? We need to get all of those. Oops, get my finger out of the way. We have to get all those to the post office. So those are all the spring social stuff. So just ignore all the stuff underneath the table if you got a gander at that. But just retire stuff pulled out for when I can start selling that stuff. So I just kind of put it in a box. I used to put it into we have an office in the house that's kind of a catch-all room. And I just stopped pulling it into there because I'm like, it might as well stand here underneath the table, because nobody comes in here, right? So nobody, except you guys, saw the mess under the table. So anyway, so hi Joe, hey Denise, and Sharon, yeah, you made it, and Nancy. And it is so funny because when people say hump day, then the YouTube hides it. Like, do you want to show that? Because maybe they think that is a bad word. I don't know. So hey Dawn. All right, so if you are on here and you did the virtual spring social, your boxes are on the way to the post office as soon as I'm done my live. Jeff always helps me take them to the post office. When I do my regular classes, I have the mailman come and grab them, and then they scan them before they leave. But I don't want to have the mailman have to have all of these boxes in his truck. So we just take them to the post office. All right, so let me get started. Stop blabbing. I said I had to do it quick. I have to wait for Jeff to get home, but probably by the time I get this done, he will be here. So, all right. Good. So I can see. Hi, Teresa. Oh, Jeff, he is so great. He is like, I'm so blessed. He's a very supportive husband in regards to Stampin' Up. I mean, it's my business, but I mean, this is sad because some husbands are not, right, supportive of their wives in regards to business. So, I mean, that's just telling you like it is. But Jeff is very, and I think it helps because he also, he goes to work every day, but he likes to hunt and do woodworking. So he also has stuff that he's passionate about. So he kind of gets it, right? He gets that understanding. All right. Let's see. What am I using today? All right. So we're going to use the nuts and bolts again. So I had that. Now I'm using a couple of the little different guys. I'm also going to use the pinned flowers. So just like I did on the card yesterday, remember I did this fun little granny apple strip of cardstock that was cut with the all dressed, but you can get kind of similar with the suit and tie. So the card that I'm using today has something similar as well, just to knock the edge off of cardstock and DSP when they come together. And I'm using the pinned flowers. So it has kind of a similar one as well. This one is scalloped, but this one cuts out like a big piece. It basically just scallop edges the side, where these ones cut out like a solid strip. So I'll show you what I mean, but just I just wanted to show you what I was using. All right, so these are the 2 cards I showed this week so far with this cute set. All right, I'm also going to be using the Brush Metallic Adhesive Back Dots. Now these carried over, so they're not like shown in a catalog. They might be shown, let's see, they might be shown in the back. Let's see, because I don't want to lie. They might be shown as a carryover. Hang on a minute. Oh yes, so see, they just show them just like quickly right here. Because these are the things that carried over from the other mini, but they're not like featured in this mini catalog. So yeah, so they're shown right there. But, so I'm using those as well. Okay, now I'm also using some of the DSP that was for celebration. So if you got this DSP, now you'll have a use for it. All right, so the main card is a basic white thick. Hi, Mary. How is it snowing there? Oh, and Tyrian. All right, so let's see here. We want this. Now this is from the Scallop Contour die. So this is what I mean about that die. So see, it just cuts out this. So this doesn't matter. See, it's kind of crooked, but it doesn't matter because it's just going to get glued onto here, and then we just trim the overhang off of it. So where the other one cuts a solid band, this just allows you to put a really cute scallop on the edge. And it also has this fun little stitching. Can you see the stitching there? I love that. All right, so let's get to the card. Let's. All right, are these the same size? I do believe these are the same size. All right, so let me get this glued onto here. All right, so this is going to get glued on here like that. And I'm just going to glue this on so that it's just underneath the scallop or underneath the stitching. I want to see the stitching. I don't want to hide it. All right, so I'm just going to glue that on there because I want to see that cute little stitching that's on there. I love scallops. I love stitching. And then I stuck it to the desk. All right, and then this will get glued to here. All right. All right. So this is going to get glued onto here. And then I'll just trim anything that hangs off the edge. All right. Scissors. Where are you, scissors? Hey, Holly. Oh, from Wyoming. So I am so bad. I don't know if does it get cold? Does it snow in Wyoming? I just am not good with geography. And I don't think it even matters that I'm Canadian. I mean, I live in America, but I just don't have a memory for that kind of stuff. I gotta park my car the same place at the store, or I don't remember where I parked my car. Isn't that horrible? All right, so this is the inside. So I'm gonna glue this to the inside. So I'm just basically kind of getting all my pieces ready to go. All right, this has some overhang too. And then we'll stamp and get the card going. So I want to say, I think Wyoming, does it have cowboys? See? Does Wyoming have cowboys? All right, this is going to go on the inside. So let's get some stamping done. Just in case I boo-boo that, right? All right, so let's do our little robots. Now the robots are going to be stamped right on the scallop piece. And I'm going to do the fun little R2-D2E kind of one. I don't know if that's what its name is, but that's what it reminds me of. Let me get my grid sheet so I can just make sure he's good and inked. All right, so he's gonna go over here. And I'm stamping him pretty close to the stitches. Oh, 46 now. And see, I was right about the cowboys. All right, and then this little guy. So this one's kind of a rusty, busty looking one. So I'm gonna make these guys even more rustier than I did yesterday. So I don't know if this little guy is giving the flower to this guy or this guy just gave it. So it's totally up to you how you want your story to be. All right, now I'm also going to use my Stampin' Majig. And I know I've talked about the Stampin' Majig the last couple days. All right. This isn't a current Stampin' Up thing, but if you have been stamping for any length of time, I'm sure you have one. All right, because I'm just going to go on nuts and bolts about you, just so I can get it stamped right exactly where I want it on the card. Because I want it right up here. Now this stamp set is so fun, and this greeting is actually kind of wiggly, like it's not perfect. So if it wasn't straight, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. All right. And then I'm going to wash this because I want to also do some in Poppy Parade with the same greeting. All right, so I'm nuts and bolts about you. I'm looking at my other card. All right, and then the inside. So just like I did the other day, I want this to be that you make my heart go beep. I just think that is so funny. It is such a cute set. And this saying I used a lot with the driving by set that was for celebration, because you make my heart go beep goes with the car too, right? So actually the driving by is my class in the mail for April. So you're going to want to make sure you sign up for that, because I only have a limited amount of stamp sets. So if you earned that stamp set, for celebration, then you can just pick one, you can just pick a different one and do the class. But if you didn't, I only have a limited amount. So I haven't sent that invitation out. All right, I'm putting these little hearts. I haven't set that sign up yet. I'm just kind of giving you a heads up while we're chatting here. I bet that Wyoming is beautiful. We watch what do we watch? Yellowstone. And I'm not sure where is that in Wyoming? And it just looks so beautiful, so spacious. We love it out here where we live because we have quite a bit of space between us and the neighbors. So people aren't, right on top of us. Although it seems like everybody and their mother are moving out here to Santan Valley and Queen Creek now. Like everybody. It's just crazy. All right, so what I'm going to do is I stamped this with the Poppy Parade, and I'm going to end up cutting that out, and I'm popping it on over top of this greeting. So we've got two different colors on that. All right, let's see. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do the beep as well. Hold on a second. I knew I did something on the inside. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with the beep. And this is just scrap paper. So that was in there. So these are all the pieces that were in the envelope for that class. So you can just pretend you're taking the class. All right, so we'll let that dry a little bit. And we will start to color our little robots. And I am going to make them be a little bit rusty today, but a little bit different. All right, so let's see here. I want light gray granite and smoky and cinnamon. right. So we're going to go light gray granite and color these little ear things, which I don't know if they are ear things or not. So this is just light gray granite. And I'm just kind of mixing and matching where these colors are going. There's really not any right way or wrong way to put them. All right, his head can be the same. So again, this is light gray granite. Now, sometimes I do the dark first, sometimes I do the light first. It's really up. You know, I don't think there's a right way and a wrong way. All right, so that was light gray granite. And then I'll do the dark. Hey, Anna's here. The whole state is beautiful. Oh, the flat part. We're pretty flat here in Arizona. Where we are, we can see we can see quite a bit of mountain and stuff. But now there's, like I said, there's so many houses going up. All right, so this is the dark gray granite. And I'm just putting a little bit on my robot. Just so he's got some highs and lows around him. And then I'm going to take my light cinnamon cider. So I'm going to take my light cinnamon cider. I'm going to scoop down just a tad. And I'm going to take my light cinnamon cider and I'm going to put just a little bit here and there. So it makes him look like he's rusting. You know, just kind of around the edges, maybe where the oil was leaking. So not a whole lot. I don't want it to be like he's got so much rust he's gonna fall apart. I just want him to have a little bit of character. All right, so now this is light smoky slate. So it's a little bit different gray than the gray granite. To me, it's more of a silvery gray, where the gray granite is, like not brown gray. I don't even know how to describe it. But anyways, but they're definitely, you can tell that there's two different colors used. All right. So again, light smoky slate. I'm also going to put it on this saw blade thing. And then dark. So we're going to do the same thing. Just put a little dark here and there. The blends are so forgiving. Don't be stressing about it. Just have fun. All right. And then I'll do the same thing. I'll take my light cinnamon and I'm just kind of putting just kind of around the edges. I love to do this on flower pots too. All right, I'm going to put these legs and arms are going to be the cinnamon, as well as his little mouth there. So that was the light cinnamon. And then I'm going to use the dark just on the arms and legs. I won't use the dark where I put the rust on the grays. All right. So see, don't they look like they're rusted? Oh, you just finished your team meeting. Say hi. You have to say hi to everybody, Jenny. So see, don't they look like they're rusted? And it was just so easy to do. Just that cinnamon is the perfect rust color. All right, so now what I'm going to take is my light pool party. And I just want to put a little bit in their eyeballs. Just so that their eyes have a little bit of a color to them. All right. I also want to put a little bit of a shadow around them. So I'm going to ground them for one thing. So I'm just going to take, this is the light pool party, and I'm just putting a little bit underneath their feet so that they're walking along the ground. They're not flying, right? They're not floating in the air. So it's always important to ground. All right. And I'm just putting a little shadow off to the left. And this will just make those little guys pop off the card because they are stamped right on the card. I didn't pop anything out today. The only thing I'm going to cut out is my nuts and bolts and my beep, just so that there's a little bit of color. And that's why I'm going to pick a different baker's twine for this card than was the original for class. All right, so this is nuts and bolts, which will go on there, and then my beep for the inside. Beep. All right. And then I'm just going to, oh, we have to color these hearts. Hold on, we have to color our hearts. So I'm just going to use my Poppy Parade because that's the ink that I used on the front. Right. So light and dark Poppy Parade. Hi, Tammy. I'm trying to be quicker today because as soon as Jeff gets home, I have to go to the post office and get all the spring social boxes in the mail. All right, so that looks good. Then I'm going to take my green tip glue. Get that started. And I'm just going to put my green tip glue right on the beep. Just going to put a tiny little bit right on there because it's just the same word, right? We're just covering it up. And it's a lot easier to put the glue here than put the glue on here, and then you've got like this glue here, right? And then you're trying to touch it without getting your fingers all in the glue. So I'm putting the glue on the words and then just covering it up. But I'm just putting just a little bit because less is more with the green tip glue. And it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, so I can actually wiggle that on there. See, I'm just wiggling it a little bit. And then it just kind of grabs it. All right. So see how adding that little bit of color looks so cute? Oh, I can't wait for spring social either. So it's the 26th. So don't forget. So when you get your box, you'll get, hopefully you'll get it by Friday, depending on where you live, right? Some of the out of state girls, it might take a little longer, but if you live in the state, don't think it's this Saturday. It's next Saturday. All right. So this is the Fan Baker's Twine. So the original card, I just used white, but I want to use this to add another little pop of color onto the front. So I'm going to, just like yesterday, I'm going to double loop it and cut. And also like we did yesterday, I'm just going to Scotch tape that back there. Because nobody knows there's Scotch tape back here. But it will hold that twine in place so that I can get the card assembled without me having to mess with that twine. So I always have Scotch tape on my desk. All right, so here's the card. Now we can stick that right on there. So I will put dimensionals because we've got the ribbon. So just like yesterday, remember, if you've got like something that stops the cardstock from the cardstock in reference to glue, you want to make sure you put glue dots, dimensionals, just something so that it has the same kind of height so that the glue will stick. The cardstock can stick to each other. All right, let me get some dimensionals. So I'm going to use dimensionals to glue that. So I'll put a couple in the center so we don't have a saggy center. But now this is high enough so that it skims that ribbon, right? So that this cardstock can get glued to the other cardstock. If I had just put glue, it wouldn't have been as good. All right, so this goes on here, like that. Then we can put our inside, and then we'll tie our bow. Oh, Jenny, yes. It was like after midnight by the time I went to bed last night. Because I'm like, I have to get them out in the mail today. So yeah. But you know what? I love my job, right? As a demonstrator, we all do. If I'm going to stay up to midnight working, I'd rather be working for myself than somebody else. All right, so I'm going to tie this. So I'm going to go 1, and then I'm going to loop it again. And then I'm just going to tie a little bow over here. And remember I said our neighbors got baby emus? Oh my gosh, I petted one last night just through the fence because, they're just babies. But oh my gosh, it's like, It was making these weird little noises. It was soft as soft. And it pooped or peed, maybe it was both, all over poor Mike. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was like gross. But anyways, so if you have that commercial on TV where that guy has that emu, that's the animal, but it was so little. I was like, oh my gosh, but so soft. So I can't wait till they're big enough to be outside because they're going to be in the one cage, so I'll be able to see them till they get bigger, right? All right, so look how cute. All right, so I'm going to put this on with dimensionals as well so that it will also straddle the ribbon on the front. Let me get my big ones though. Let me get big dimensionals. I swear I always open up the baby ones. And I'm always like, where are my mama dimensionals? Here they are. Here they are. All right, so I'm going to use the big mama ones. Now, I'm putting my dimensionals on the corners. I don't want to put dimensionals because I might get the dimensional here, right? And then the card will be crooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my dimensional on the card so that then I don't have to worry about, well, where am I going to put it? Here, so I don't have a saggy middle. It won't matter because I'm putting it here. All right, so put it there because it's going to get covered by this. So this is just, I don't know if they're tips or tricks or whatever, but I'm just kind of telling you why I do certain things. Like, why do you put glue dots or dimensionals on the card sometimes, and sometimes you put it on the embellishment? That's the reason. All right, there is a method to my madness. All right, so these are the metallic adhesive, whatchamacallits, dots. So let's pick this. Oh, let's pick this one because he's a loose one. Let's pick this loose one. So we're going to put that right there. So it's a cute little copper, brass, whatever it is. I think it's copper because that kind of looks like a penny, doesn't it? So isn't that super cute? They do make funny noises. And then Mike said that when they get bigger, they'll grunt. Because right now, I can't even remember what it did, but it was so cute. All right, so there is that. So here is the original card. So they're very, very similar. But this one, see, I used the white baker's twine. Oh, and I put, oh, that's what I forgot. I'm like, why does that guy have eyeballs? That's because I need to use my gel pen. Hold on. Hold on. Put little eyeballs. And it just gives them, it makes them look different, right? And then this little guy. So now they have their little eyeballs. Oh, and I also forgot their cheeks. What the heck? All right, hang on. Let's put some little flirty cheeks. Light flirty on their little cheeks. Oh, I think Jeff's home. Now that we don't have Toby. Oh my gosh. And then, what was it, weekend before last, March the 5th, it was 1 year. And it was just like, it hit me in the gut. So now it's just me and Jeff. All right. And then Eric's in his own little house. But I don't have the little dog. You know, I don't have Toby to let me know that Daddy's home, Daddy's home. All right, so that added those little eyeballs. So it totally makes those robots look different, doesn't it? By putting the eyeball there. Oh, they spit too. Well, they sure poop and pee as well. So I don't think I'll put it in my house. All right, so there is a cute, so you can see I colored it a little bit different as well. So this one I made it rusty where I didn't put a rusty here. So they look a little bit different, you know, in that regards. So that's just have your do that artistic. There's no mistakes in stamping, just design changes. I always say that. So, but I love adding that little bit of rust on to the robots. So anyways, all right. Thanks, Joanne. All right, so let me turn the phone so I can say, see you later, alligator. Oh, and I forgot to show you. Oh, I had this here. Look at the cue card Brenda sent me. Isn't that so nice? With that new oceans, waves of the ocean, waves, whatever. So anyways, all right. So thank you so much for joining me today. And so tomorrow's Thursday, so I don't do lives on Thursday. I'm gonna get my hair cut tomorrow. So I will see you Friday at 3 o'clock Arizona time. Remember, Arizona doesn't change its clocks. So if you have you haven't watched me since the time changed, you might be going, hey, you're on a different time. It's still 3 o'clock Arizona. In fact, they're talking about it, right? I think they talk about it every year, about making that the times don't change. And I think it would be all right. I mean, but anyways, so I do believe Jeff's home, so we have to go to the post office. So if you are getting a spring social box in the mail, make sure you open it. I did send an email this morning just to remind you, but make sure you open it, make sure everything's okay. Let me know. You holler at me, let me know that everything's okay. And I cannot wait to see everybody on the 26th on Zoom for that. And I think that's all I'm gonna blab about for now. Have a great night, everyone, and I will see you Friday for my Dies shorts. 3 o'clock, same time, same channel. Night. See you later. Bye.